It's not about trying to say something that will be convinced. We are not chasing women. We are not trying to let people just vote for us. We need to be now firm with what we do. We are still having black market very active in our country. We are still importing almost everything. And you tell me party A or B has been able to bring dollar. Of course, people are enjoying. They don't care how it came. But we had 54 point something exchange rate against the cedi. By the time we left power, it was around 23. No, it was around 16. Even at the point, it came 14 point something and then went back to 16 point something. Can't you see that it was as a result of prudent economic measures that we took after the COVID, that fiscal discipline, putting things in place? It's like you getting terminal disease. And now you are healed, but your eyes were yellow or white, your hands pale, you couldn't eat, but because you are healed, the healing process is taking time. There's somebody who come into your life with this assessment and tell you that, oh, I make sure that you are this. Please, I think we need to grow up. We need to grow up, all of us.
You think it's as a result of?
Okay, it's Honorable Seka and Waya MP and Shire so and I Yaneno Edi and Komono Yakoswana Yane Penifue Wahanu say Yakasai say MPs no Yadia Bebrena and one more Enya Abepi Mohanu Musaya, one more Ashesa and Ejumadieno or more Ebetimi a day Ashesha so not Ghana for who said ye and Yama Airport Ewo Hanu say Honorable Kwame A plus Ewo Hanu say okay I said oh yeah ready say Obek Kasa Yakoswana Yape and Crawford na ye no more akasa aje wo mo adwenkyere afa ene ejumadieno enho Honorable Seka chere say enye se NDC for omo eye bibia eye shronko enti na ama dollar no aba from na emomo no
right iti ma ye na ekua sapoma asinsha so mra shebedwane Steven Dr. Steven Onua anana oneno atwetwen koma o chechen semo de afa womo policies ene nia sisia ekoso kaisa yira awingobet wono executive secretary edma importers and exporters association that's so eke hwan ne team konwa so nti yesamra ne nchen na niama no mo hwe animo no nsanto aso my honorable yenko chairman
you see you don't want me to say
yenko de no so
wa sticker by no say Sticker was just a former minister, deputy finance minister. He left office at 14 series. On no can so about 13, about 10, about 14, about 10.8. What is that? Also on board 10.3 no. Also on board 10.3 no. On boy. Let me tell you emphatically that sticker they took inflation to 54. Sticker the interest rate they left with 30%. Sticker and net inflation rate is 13 point something. Right. Sticker on him say the dollar is 10.3 at port. Port no, what we're using 14 cedi in calculation duty. And no say now price of cars at pager from 150 of CVR to 300 to 400,000.
I think so when that time I deliver with that you know
so and then you remember how forceful he was on e-levy. We will pass it. We will pass it. And whatever they can do they e-levy has been abolished. He's not talking about that. Betting tax has been abolished. He's not talking about that. Let me tell you that business community are wise up, as he said, very wise up with the new government. That 7 months, if they truly were having the knowledge to bring the city to appreciate the way the city is appreciated against the dollar now. Ghana for can talk about AU yakasa 87 of parliament.
Right.
Such a this is the loose talk. So I'm telling you, these are the things that I'm telling you. That is it. It's a prudent management that the president have done. The president have cut down. This government has came and cut down that no fuel coupon. You know how many president staffers his government were having. You know, President Stafford, the vice president office were having, the president office was having. They were all drawing fuel. They were all driving Land Cruiser. Right. Do you know that since this government came down, they have not bought Land Cruisers. They have not procured any more Land Cruisers.
And no results nominated in 2024.
Good.
And no results. And welcome. Yeah, said the media budget review. No, a dear now organization I would no about business. You see, the government, when the government
put in policies that bring stability for us to pay a duty using 10.3 at the port. No, Emma, ye na ya huntoye. This will be better no on Casa Samna or call constituency. They will tell you that never price of goods have come down as a result of the duty we are paying the port. So yeah, at the port, per se, fixed rate. Fixed rate at the port. Fixed rate. Or just stick out Timia, member of Parliament for Joab and South. Former honorable member, Befi, you know him. Yeah. He was the Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry. Yeah. At the time, there was a fight between they and Guterres. Oh, they want to give us fixed rate at the port. Their fixed rate never came. We want this government to give us fixed rate at the port. Well, we want to see the COVID levy off. Okay. COVID-19 levy goes off. Yeah, COVID levy that when we're asking that COVID levy should go off in 2023 when they present 2024, they refuse. Okay. We want to see that. Right.
As I can remember, COVID levy. Say be off. You better say Samianko Zoom the Somra. Dr. Eric Boachi Yadom, now a senior lecturer at UPSA, University of Professional Studies, Accra. And then I'm quite a chunk of one affair. You heard the okay. And doc, Yamaha, Sabri, Pramuato, at Yamaha, and as I say, what Johnny will near to you so. But your meeting whom I na yet me at on Kawadama.
Okay, me da se pa. But your otemenka.
But your ton kapa, yada se we.
Mr. That say Magic Brena, money at Chunkomo and area.
Right. Mona muchre sikasam and to your one some our memo. You have budget and the ban 2025 year. Afino achimono, would we need the near ban madema, who say?
So far, I think, looking at the results that has been churned out in the reflection in the economy, Abana Bon Homodin Bia say, what the budget in Ebedi Juma. Na Yenna, you see the inflation, etumi, aquaform, aquakudu. Na exchange rate, and also etumi relatively stabilized. Nature say the outcome of the budget largely no. Abua ama enema atumi akoninim kakra say ade bia wo ya untumi nyan 100% esini to kakra ho a megide say beka ho asem but so what resource a yehu na kire say abana bon homoden kakra na at what cost ena obibisa ye hwe enema bi ane ni budget ni mu a ye rush de ba to say 1 cedi fuel levy na ye de e ba ye no eno no budget no amoye kokko na say
doc ye be ba na ya ba be hwe no na ade ba kwa wo kai hu hia Ghana for pa ye inflation ho asem no unsusiem no den na hu say aba no ayenti a amate aba fom na dodo na de bebisa ne say okwan be ni betimi afa so betimi sustain say anasempo ne betimi aba fom bi account ya na hu saba ne
the washer inflation now usually no importation say most of the goods that you use are you imported and say you import it at a very high cost actually say the price of goods and services be cost and say exchange rate need to me a na emma the cost of importation ever for generally no CDC eto name mu say bi anko ko fa name wa China US ni Dubai e dey about o man ma ba beton enka omodi be ka ho no me jere say kwan bebre so the stability of the city no to me boy ema the cost of importation ever form and no affect inflation no e bi say o share our crop yield and to say last year crop yield around this time minister of agriculture said because of the expected yield that aquaform essence in Swan Tony and Emmanuel it affected grains and some household commodities and until food inflation last year was high but what and affair for the first 6 months say and so affect crop yield and generally the food and I said near my told just and also the one shut down called solo bebre And as aduane at times crass a wo bebrem pa o kofa or the can e kwa kofa ba. Enti we can plant in abundance. But say e kwa kofa every former ba na say full born e kosora. Oduane no odiduru dwaso a ono so de ne de esa beka ho. Enti so what your fuel prices so from about 14 cities at the beginning of the year no about bedru because of the living a bit around 12 cities per liter no. So what price of the fuel has relatively been cheaper or has declined. And think transportation costs are cost no relatively atia papa na say ejina baby ejina. Enti ebema food prices a born ayede and no so ejina ho na say beti abafom so wo hwe niam affected fuel price niam miensa. Number 1, the demand on the global market so okodwade so akakoto on the global market no oil prices have relatively been stable and cost so the economy sukran ati abafom kakra so wo hwe cedi no so ho den nti amafo ebo ankosoro. And number 3, taxes. But for the recently the 1 cedi levy, yeah, they back on my fuel price cost for about 9%. Now, generally, the price we're going to be low. Until all these things will feed into the cost of food. Food inflation, which constitute a huge portion of our inflation basket, and there are no cost for import and also eco farmer. Then we're expecting it to trickle down into the general price inflation.
Osha, a minimum so yeah, financial analyst now for call parliament and so position can say about a budget for 2025 on spending African and nano man penny kind say. Or more audits and the far road contractors I ever say one way do macano a bit 20 assets expenditure now buying spending our new mahunti agencies are hold SSC do musicako and kuntia say wamana discipline kakra etina sa no man na ye hu say unyano e ba so sha say or spend ya and hwe inflation here hun some aye kanyina e be ensem baby out here no hu ne sa
exactly Abano has used these measures to cut down the public spending. I don't know, just as you can't shut down any chrome, although any man for, but you can't shut down any chrome said the contractors or the suppliers of goods and services have not been paid. Now, another side effect in our government also what you know who you partner say local investors and also local contractors or my jumama are buying. 6 months unti omoka bebre no ekwa kobo besia every bank no mde atu omo staff no because so dey adwuma and the time aban ntia wo no na the cost of borrowing and as interest rate na omutua no omo de sika no efa dodo na ekwa kotua interest on the loans omo ajejeje no enti on to me shada enye sika for capital investment no in largely no bet me affect local business or money any external support. Say a multinational no obet me anya a parent company obet me man obosiana so bet man sikadia here juma whilst waiting for the government. And indirectly you'll be killing local investors. What they will be cut for the past 6 months. In some cases, I hear some are government is owing some companies around about 5 billion Ghana cedis. It is almost a huge part of the capital are buying AJ in the name of auditing and government contract. So I think that the one the government has not been fair, especially to local investors. Also to me, Bomodin now what shall I say? Yes, I think last week as I said. The minister in charge of road because contractors maybe they will go back into road construction. We should not limit it to road construction contractors alone. There are a lot of them that have done work for government or more trying say are buying to me or to me so afa edumaya for nowhere to or employees so that we can ensure the sustainability of Ghanaian businesses. Maybe interest in Ghanaian businesses are also to me or young baby efa.
Right. Bakwana or can was some as 1 Ghana city energy sector living or you certain boy binded by an sell or better now legacy debt, die energy sector or better yet me at the acquire through honum. But or share a Hunsun Sanswa, you shall say, I'm a peja from Moboso, a Kosroka, a Hunsun Sanswa, a Dachi against the revenue are buying a pen any day.
I'll say in United as a country, we cannot tax our way out of debt. So, all the levy and asset taxes, it does not make economic sense. Then we should increase our taxes such that our debt will come to zero. When we introduced ESLA somewhere 2016, I think that the energy sector debt was around 2.4 billion or so. I will have to recheck. But by January this year, when the government, NPP government was leaving power, they quoted almost the same figure. The debt they came to meet in one or more age of home. And the debt and I said what the taxes ever and levy ever say what the baby to account. It has not worked for us as Ghanaians. It has not paid our debt. Our debt rather keep going up. Generally, it's not only even the ESLA or the energy sector debt. And I don't think it is a cogent debate. So what the baby to everyone. We live to say that by the time the government may be leaving power, if the energy sector debt has not gone up, it could be relatively the same. Until largely no, and no and shut that and wabebre. So we share even the tax composition of 1 liter of fuel. It is huge, you know. Of course, would be said that you know, say fan who wash as a cost, amanone edwaswa. Now, no, we are doing well. We will see, say, oh, not full and year 14, and then do almost 11 are binding about 1 city account, a return in 12 cities. And Rebecca said, oh, we are not feeling it, but we'll start feeling the heat. I was thinking, sir, and combine other powerful throw be so at the agit taxes. Of course, some of the revenue handles are ever called to sell COVID-19. Abanshi by 2025 every year. On course to end COVID-19 bill. Betting taxes any e-level it will affect government revenue. But I was looking at a more innovative means. I'll bet to me at the aggregate taxes, and rather than bringing new tax on fuel. A more innovative means, and so we show man more. And the paper more informal, or taxes. So, of course, say, market, or more, and more moton, and near man, no mutiane, no omutia. Right, but
Yatonka, Wadama, Yatonka, Ethiopia.
Near omutia, any stamp duty and I say municipal duties that stamps are renew business and a direct tax on their income. But so offer teacher near or no extra day school ma one more than obio ton spare parts for aboso his direct income or ton different is more than the teacher, but the teacher pay the indirect taxes and the teacher will also pay direct tax on his income. Aboso can no between a friend said the business duty and as a stamp duty, which is not directly linked to his income. And these are the real issues I would say to me effort can be so to be able to let the majority of Ghanaians who are not paying direct income taxes. Now I would say to me effort can be so taxes rather than heaping taxes constitute close to 45% of the price of fuel. I think it's hugely high. And Aban also to me, yes, I'm not sure it's going to go soon. But all the kind budget me percent me say Abano a bit to me I be budget to me says the oil price on the global market say cost will beyond a certain margin. Or better ask private that 1 cedi now or they share tax the money. So and on in times of difficulty that tax will go up. Will be taken off to reduce the price of fuel to consumers.
I see. In Chumuno, a tour as Mopa, Sisia Lutie, the drivers union, I said, now can call sell top fuel, can a baby or hormone, baby a cost ropano, a best 14 cities and 13 cities, offer diesel and a petrol nusujina best 13, 12 thereabout. Do you think, sir, a cobassa, a codrasi yana, say Basro Kakra, and we are not transport union for Nakasania Sadia, and so uncle to. Asentuade transport fare mu eba ne sa economy no ehne ani kire eba affect your sectors.
Send them within no fuel no affect every aspect of the Ghanaian economy, and it's a global market price and a cost structure. Na driver reflected at the pumps. Emma fuel price cost right. A driver for ever more than some top more prices. So mutuma ebema the cost of bringing food from farm gate to the market, ebema no akosoro. Ekosoro aduane boy kwa eba be kosoro. Na inflation na fight, it will start going up again. And so once in there, I think that the government should put in a clause because it is very significant. Put in a clause obetumi aman adani in a way. In times of difficulty, and as a global oil price and air cost, obey to me, a token kakra, best and kakra, ama price in above form. Oh, yeah, pilot, this ESLA debt, I say the ones that come, ESLA levy, the ones that come. Yeah, we should be remembered, say it is already there. It's about 95 pesos. It is already there a year to year. And yes, I've been a day back. And to what a huge over 100% increment of the existing levy now. I think it is too high. Now, in the event of changes in the global market, consumers will heavily be affected.
Baby, I'll say now, or said yes, Sikasamon to Trier Air Connoir. Oh, Shen Moise, Abia binding Sacrae, Titu be beba. I was at the media emo, say Abia, obey introduce tax for floor, and as a taxi be a Honma. Obey dear free ho.
Dear America, anyone is a government should bring innovation about our tax system. Yeah, ensure that implement here. Sir, also tax. It is very vertical in a sense. No more multi taxes, no more the cost to everybody. And say no, me to nkafu and nkameto. Me say 11 cities and then me 12 cities. And tax relatively across. But beyond that, so may income and so make your tax also. I said there are a lot of people who don't pay income taxes. I want to see in the budget how do we tackle those informal sector. Now there's Ghana card. The Ghana card has a huge advantage. I think the amount we invested in it, we have not realized the benefit of it. So how are we using it to be able to track individual income? Your Ghana card, you're linking up our mobile money. A lot of transactions go on mobile money system. And the informal sector, is there a way that we can track that their revenue? And may perceive incentive to encourage people to use mobile money. Send a baby to my track one. The fear. Artisan ba ebe ye adwuma mawa or kwa what you know 500 cities 1000 cities we are just in the bottom or onto your tax. But if there's incentive it will discourage physical payment. And you know meet your mobile money. Government will be able to know the volume of activities and as a transaction on your mobile money. In that case, we can ask you to pay a reasonable amount of tax on your direct income award. And I'm expecting that innovation in this particular budget. Send a buy to expand the tax net. Because in an event that government want more money, you come and tell us, oh, I'm charging more taxes to pay our debt. I'm charging more taxes to provide social amenities, which is not the way to go. And I repeat that we cannot tax our way out of the many problems that we face. And to find innovative means, I bet my expanding amount of account. On the second thing, I make sure, sir, buying a back in the media budget is about the injection of dollars into the system. Of course, IMF report in nature say in the first quarter of this year, government injected about $1.4 billion into the forex market to be able to cushion the Ghana cedi. So what the whole of 23, the whole year, government support to the forex was less than $1 million. Last year, which was an election year, in the first half of the year, government injection to support the dollar was around $600 million. If the first quarter alone, we have done $1.4 billion. The government is here to probably will tell us in the budget how much has been injected for the other for the second quarter of the year. So take or leave, assuming that this figure doubles, it means that we are doing about $2.8 billion in the first half of the year, which is so huge. I would say government cannot sit down watching the CD to depreciate in perpetuity. Right. But in your quest to support the CD by injecting dollar into the
Doc Unim, Yabesaba Hobby, Sans and Jumedia, no one need eti Yabesaba Hobby to Adama, China, na you chair hotel, na Yasan about Hobby na fe analysis no atwaso El Adama. Why? Right, financial economics and affairs so Chadia or UPSA, Dr. Eric Yadom, and Yanano Achichen and Komono Sabri. Ma ye ntwa ho emra ye ba kai se nyame kwana mete ya nyamsem de nyamsem wa hapa ye kwaba na ye atwa.
You're from a Felicia say, find us in our class prefect. Me mid-morning show host of a Juma on 95.1 FM. Juma day Mondays to Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 12 p.m. What you say? It is stay glued. Obenya konkosa kakra, just kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM.
Ebusiafo, me dey the Mrs. Matilda Ajoa Edubuatin. You don't know how friend me. Hey, to the J pounds na obesi maji me die me na me di ho chia me pay eye me down no pa bia Saturdays and pa 6:30. I go see 8 and no pa die. Me no fire odoni empuna twemu kama se be ya kama na akototin. Kai Onua 95.1 FM so die. Yeah no, yeah dwene wo pa. Enti no kai ho na yendi doni ye ma enye fe.
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM.
Hello, meeting the Ohima Echampoma, Onua Newsroom, Onua TV, Onua FM. Juada ekopem fiade bia Onua yensem paso me de energy dear ensem semwa etwego wa be fonten tan so ene ne ekoso ewoye entertainment industry mu metabiri ni nyina e de ba be show Onua 95.1 FM so ne memene danso ni nyamu hosa me di GH High Life tumedie eno so ebro Onua 95.1 FM so tumedie a eboyen High Life enyum e Ghana yankasa High Life enyum e wi the contemporary kakra ene Afrobeat enyum ni nyina e de eba besomo memene da bia 2 ekokopem 5 mene wo echa agro ai dia agro konkonsa kakra enso ne na muni nyina ndo so mo Onua 95.1 FM so Onua TV ene Onua FM de abibia ye kasa ye se ye twene ho pa
Onua 95.1 FM 5.1 FM. Onua 95.1 FM 5.1 FM.
Onua ebusianhyiemu enchebia ebaso Yenyi Chini Trada, no mano dachi, Yenyi si, Wenina, a shasie, a one san juma, and a fair to me, a bem economy no ejine. Technical, vocational education and training. I train Dumpua, a funny TVET, adding Sakraye, a baffle fra brabum, a fagana for nebe pia. Onua group, ya dream who ye pa. See a besha mabunu, no makasa modachi, a jine, and unti ya tun sadia from. As a bekan way, so besha TVET forum live. I will near TV and will near FM. A 3-part and that's all. A shaping Ghana's future, the TVET agenda. Nayadi Abenwa can deform one young Monsieur Mabinimo, industry expert. Ane e mabunu si e no nyina e besin konwa ni ahwekwan e betimi dia faso na TV etimi aboa bi enuma ahye nkrofo nkran na afio man no etumpon na wodwumadi na se no ye behwe woni e yayi o mayipamu woni nso ye beso masene ana fe woni nso ehia trentre na fe e mabunu no so ya hye mu nkran sade be o modachi betimi agina yie ni nyina e befa TV no amu bomoden a na hye na ye opare ene na ye abrefo live e wo Onua TV ene Onua FM ukuada 30th July 2025 anopa no Pepe, our the Executive Theatre, TV3 here. The TVET Forum, our Onua TV, and Onua FM, ye di bie Ghana dachi, Onua FM, and Onua TV, ye general pa.
Hello, Ovia. You're from a Felicia say. Fine girls in our class prefect. Me mid-morning show host of a Juma on Onua 95.1 FM. Juma day Mondays to Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 12 p.m. What you say? It is stay glued. Obenya konkosa kakra, just kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM.
Ebusiafo, me dey the message matter.
Obehu ye ho brekroda so no wako online.com nsem ni nyina ene de ekoso o budget ni mo ne de akwakugo ye sanko zoom ne so na ye ne Dr. Eric Boachi Yadom enkoto aso na ye make enuoma hodo bia wo hwe ni sese abano adigu akwa mo ebetime aboa Dr. San emo akwa ba da se eso anya ho bre na wo kire enuoma hodo a wo hwe ni se finance minister eko parliament ese ode eba ye kwa ni mo wada ma betime ato aso ho amaye.
Yo, Bacho Atmenka.
Bacho Adama Mete.
Anti, not ye didn't come the support for the Ghana city to stabilize.
Yeah.
Not me, Chumwa Junesi business per IMF, reported by a buying about more than about 1.4 billion are supported. Partly I agree, sir. We cannot allow the city to fall, to have a free fall. Government also your home BB. But so also the history now a wedge now. To support with 1.4 billion in only 3 months, it is huge. It is so huge that the sustainability, it is worrying. So what you understand number one. It will encourage importation. As Medin Kaka said, when import is cheaper, it affects inflation in a way. Inflation to me is stable. But on the reverse, injecting more dollars means that we can continue to import without paying attention to the domestic factories or companies that can produce those goods. And if import is cheaper, who will produce it inside within the local market? I rely on importation. And I know one disadvantage. Number two, it will encourage banks to take a huge forex risk because they can engage in an activity. I bet you mean they know that any quantity of dollar the government will step in to provide. Now, thankfully, last week, as early this week, all the modalities be able to restrict the exchange rate trading. And is a way to cure the incessant or the continuous demand for the dollar. So we should not create a situation where we can keep supplying the dollar in perpetuity. To increase our appetite for foreign taste goods. And the abano emo modern say sa asika or injecting on investing into into sectors a bit to me accurate jobs to reduce our appetite for foreign goods. So na eniama ye ton or China, a bit me producing at a cheaper price. Eniama ye to Dubai and eniama nyina no yetumi ye no hanoma. There were two benefits. It will create employment. And a bit to me so I reduce our demand for the dollar. And I think that government need to be mindful, and when it comes to injecting dollars into the system. I was a trainer genesis and said, largely our dollar supply comes from our commodities like cocoa and the gold that we sell and IMF supported back when you know to me build it into our reserves and as a dollar year one. So your appetite to inject more dollars into the system to increase supply over demand and send a buyer sidino ebenya hodia. It will largely affect our reserve. Last year, December our reserve was around 10, I think 10.5 or 10.7, around $10 billion, which was covering around 4 months. Now, so gold reserve support on so and then around 30.5 tons. Says here, our gold reserve is around 32.99 reserve, 99 tons. Sorry. And now, Osha reserve so a pager up the drew over 11 billion. It's almost about 5 months of import cover. In terms of nominal terms, also you shut down for gold in Bebre and Car. Gold where their account is around 2 tons or 2.4 tons. On a monthly basis, we have actually declined. Previously, when they started this gold reserve business in May 2023. Our gold reserve in terms of tonnage was around 8 tons. By December, a page drew 30.5 tons. A page drew on monthly addition on the average, and government was adding 1.1 tons. Currently, government is adding about 0.4 tons per month. And this is declining from 1.1 tons per month of building our reserve to 0.5. In nominal terms, we are not doing so well, although because gold prices have gone up over 20% in the last 6 months, gold prices have gone up in terms of value. But the gold price it will have effect on our reserve, but our reserve also declining. And let's find a way not to only be interested in injecting the dollars to support the city, but also build our reserve as well. Yes, someone may ask, what is the reasonable quantity of gold are we supposed to have? So Africa, Ghana is among the top 10 countries with high volume of gold. But there are other countries like Egypt, Morocco, who are doing better than us. And we should find a way to not only buy the gold and sell it and inject it, but rather buy the gold and keep some for eventualities. Metro what we are experiencing, it has happened before. But
with you,
it has experienced before. 2017 urban, you hear sir, the city stabilized and there was a Kenke party in the Ministry of Finance that the city has been arrested and we jubilated over it. Little did we know there were bad times ahead. So we should not only jubilate and prepare for eventualities, we should prepare for bad times. I can tell you that all that we are experiencing is short term. Our fundamental problems have never been addressed. Whatever we experience for the past 6 months, our fundamental problems have never been addressed because industries are still not doing well.
Okay.
When we see the projection, they will say that industry has grown by, I think, last quarter or so, industry has grown by about 5 to 6% or so.
Right.
But ocean industry, it is query. Those mining and extractive industries that are doing well, the real manufacturing sector, they are not doing well.
Okay.
So we should be
right. That's a partner. About Hobium, baby, mema wadama washede amayen. any investors because say a bit me a create neighbor environment abebo ma investors so much me invest o musika ejina policies ahodo a ye de egu akwamenti ye ba ye hwe the 2025 budget any media budget ye be the policies ben and abane de ehye a abebo ase de be o manfo ebetimi de o musika abehye o man mu matimi abasi ye saba on chembie ma ye be mo ahwe ho no so aman why
me that's it yeah
that's a pa Dr. Eric Boachi Yadom ana yene no atwetwe nkomo a waboai ma ehunu sede yeti sabre opanyi Awingobet yene no edaso hanuma onyankoye na yene nete akosi se finance minister the presentation ni nyina obewie na owia na fe die omohwe ni mu no yetimia na oka covid ho asemti ma
on kan tell me say me baba did the whole afibo wa
the whole afibo COVID na fe ma rezo no
na ya COVID leave no ya hwenim say aban because it was one of the key areas in 2025 budget no na you say would they abolish it but because it was a maiden budget no na among abolish no on say na aban that are not increase VAT import duty our port no to 15%. We strongly believe say aban until na either say about reduce the import VAT no down or at in output on say yet import VAT at the port beton mawa invoice to you with the VAT. Should we keep the outputs and now the way the previous government was collecting left and right now, are they also continue to collect it? But we think that they should do. Then of course once the previous government decouple get fund and health insurance stand on its own, they say they will realign it. So we are looking forward to see how they are going to realign it. Now there's another tax called upfront tax. They heard him say upfront tax 2.5 now. Will the government abolish it? And then, of course, interest on state warehousing. Maybe some say, I don't think an importer or the name of bar because gone are the days that are buying, but two taxpayers they might get an easy for the job. Now, says I depend on a free amount of the Bible to port. Now, on a year, it keeps a space like the way your room here is now, so that but the name of keep over time about is it your interest, but the port has expanded. All those warehouses have been pulled down to expand the port. Until never port, there's not like state warehousing there. Why are we continuing to pay 1% interest on state warehousing? Okay. Then again, there is another 1% bill tax bill. So now, when Ukai say when this used to be there, they used to take 0.4 or so. Then they brought in West Blue again. So I think in the West Blue, when so customers were now using the West Blue system to calculate the duties, then use the GCNet system to compute it and then do the distribution. So West Blue were given 1%. Fast forward 5 years down the lane, ICOMS came. Yet that 1% is still running concurrently, and they are collecting the money. Because you've abrogated the contract of West Blue. So the extent that West Blue even took them to court for a judgment. What they are saying. So, but ICOMS has a percentage. We know about that. So why are we paying that percentage? Where does it go? Who takes that money? So we think that it ought to have also gone off the books. And so, and if you are paying VAT, get fund, and health insurance, why are we paying interest on get fund, interest on health insurance, VAT? We strongly believe that that's the duplication. So the rationalization, the realignment is what we are.
As a tax build up. Yes. And you may be a simple said and Tiasin bit me about but
besides that, one say Oka a buying stamina Naya at shipping lines so Omonsumo or another areas never heard him say finance minister no, he should be able to put to rest. One, the major aspect and say added na shipping lines or operate to a Ghana hano. Me the name of my war amani say Fabra Ghana. Me ma be a friend of freight. Freight no, your friend local terms are active for no. I lot of
okay.
Say me the name of money STC of Kumasi, me German lot of okay. Now you could do STC yard in Kumasi. Now Baba Joe name and they say Santia be a friend administrative charge. Which administrative charge? You call Bank of Ghana meeting and you call finance meeting. As some of catch the Bank of Ghana and say and the shipping lines are using their own rate. And yes, we could have and customs are using 10.4 in calculating the duty.
Okay.
I guess so. Shipping line, to be precisely, I think MSC, they are using 11 cities. So what J will invoice for more instead of 10.4. They are using 11 cities. And you know, the Bank of Ghana issued a statement after meeting us now. Issued a statement that they should collect the reflective rate. What this 11 cities mean is that the embassy is trying to tell us that on a bank now or save their rate is 11 cities. That means so $100 or just go now $1 or your man 11 cities. But the point is, this shouldn't be countenance. We should not entertain this. Reasons are that me name my STC, my child lot of fair. Yes, my lot of fair. Me baba do one because never na ba until baba jay yes but you a lot of fair. My child lot of fair. Omonim say cargo never do temaporta, ship never do temaporta. In that Bank of Ghana meeting, ship lines no can say, oh, reason why you use our dollar then say, $2 ma Gapua, $2 ma MPS, $2 ma Ghana Maritime Authority. And I say that Mum cannot correct. Share Muslim ship owners and agents. There's nothing Bank of Ghana say, yeah, table hano. Or be a near ship owner of Ghana. These guys are, I guess, reps representing ship owner. Ship owner no approach or man. Yeah. Now ship company be a ship owner be a so on the ship be call any porter or share or kodua. What are my responsibilities?
Okay. Yeah.
What will be the cost I will incur? So on him say, oh, say ship na kodu tema porter Ghana porter one. So you cannot just get to port and go straight to bed to dock. Yeah. So you have to stay maybe over another ship be inside or discharge it. So you have to wait. Where do you wait? You wait in our anchorage. We call it anchorage. Okay. That is our territorial area, water area. So in that space, it is the Ghana Maritime Authority that have the mandate to get navies, to get marine police service. We are department from marine police to patrol. To safeguard one on one vessel, two and crew now. That's when I talk crew, you know the crew. Those who man the ship to their life and also keep the safety of the property. That is the cargo they are carrying. If ship owner knows say me could do tema port, Ghana port. Now it's not ready for me to dock and I have to stay within Ghana territorial waters until they call my vessel. The likelihood of piracy, the likelihood of robbery. Like they'll go and drop our containers at Togo or Benin or Ivory Coast or Nigeria and tell us that, look, your port is not safe. I know for sure on authority. I'm a maritime trade. And I told the Bank of Ghana, look, we're sitting here now. So, and these shipping guys now, we all went to the same university to do our shipping courses. I did my master's in port and shipping administration at the Regional Maritime University. It's either you go to Regional Maritime University in Ghana here, which is made up of 5 countries. 5 countries. Africa. I think Gambia is one, Ghana is one, Sierra Leone is there, Liberia is one, there's another country. Made in 5 countries. Nigeria is not part of us.
Senegal.
Senegal, okay. So Nigeria is not part of us. So these 5 countries made up the Regional Maritime Universities. So either you come to Regional Maritime University or you go to Sweden or UK to do the maritime course. And it is respected globally, worldwide. So in fact, Nigerians who is not part of Ghana, their students also come to study in our Regional Maritime University, including Gabon and others who are not part. Their students come here to study because of how the school is positioned. So we all understand the shipping industry. One, ship owner knows that when the ship get to Ghana port and Ghana Maritime Authority providing this security at anchorage for them, you have to pay in $. Yeah. Freight now. Two, on him say, if it is time that they are calling his vessel to come to dock, Gapua, Ghana Port and Harbour Authority, will use what we call tonk boat with staff, we call them pilot, to go and then guide the ship to come and dock safely. Reasons are that within our territory, the last 2 years or so, the whole day MTN weren't working.
Yeah.
And the reason was that in banks, you go to bank, there was no network. They said at the Red Sea, there's fiber optic that cut.
Yeah.
So they will have to guide the ship because within our territory, there was West African gas pipeline.
Yeah.
There were fiber optic. There were TOR pipes. There were vacuum pipes.
A lot of
things. So it could be say a new vessel or call it to Ghana port. So Gabon will have to make responsibility to make sure that their pilot come and guide you to come and dock safely. It's this service they render to you. When you come and finally park or dock in maritime course, when you park, the number of days you stay there for them to discharge you, it is you are occupying the space. You have to pay port dues. It's in the freight that we get you. The Ukop Tema port the Tema 3, was a long, tall cranes with 4 ties. We call it gantry cranes with rubber ties. That one they will use to discharge the goods from the ship. It is called stiff dooring. So you pay to MPS for using their machinery to charge you. Handling charges were charged by shipping companies. In the days that our ports were not having port, not only machinery. What you say? Yeah. So when the ship is coming to Ghana, they know that Ghana port they don't have the capacity, so they come with their own machinery to discharge. That's what we talk of handling charges.
Yeah.
But these days you are not. It is in the freight. You are freight now. So you are freight now. But understand administrative charges, handling charges.
Yeah.
Now this handling charges and this administrative, that's what they are used to pay themselves. And they are using, they say they are repatriating it. It's not demurrage. A demurrage is when the ship comes to Tema Port and we take the container from the ship, put it on the terminal. Then you will stay there for good 7 days. Within 7 days, they expect to clear it. We call it demurrage free.
Yeah.
But after 7 days, the 8th day, the 9th day, the 10th day, the 11th day, some of the shipping lines are charging us what we call $150 a day. It's a fixed flow. So the number of days that you exceed from the 7th day, 150 days, $150 times the number of days. Then they will use their own rate. As customers using 10.4, they will say, okay, you have to pay it in by 11 cities. So you can imagine how this thing, these shipping lines are milking us in this country. So we want them to streamline. That's why President Mama said, Attorney General and Minister of Transport should work together to make sure, say, you can't charge these charges in this airport. It's not free. It's not demurrage. But say, Obiwo, 10 containers on 1 document, 1 BL. What are the BL, mame? So because you container man, you have to give me a document to show that I'm part made me name man was in Fabragan. They're filing a bill of lading. A contract between me and a shipping line. Now, who pick a container from terminal? You have to bring it to terminal. So we call it. There's a contract there clause they call CY to CY. Until maybe me CY and they say, the ship will call at the MPS terminal 3. But the container is a reefer container. It will consume in Ghana. It's not transit container. So it's supposed to go to Gapua reefer container. Until we container no MPS or as a mufako GPHA reefer terminal. I paid for it up to that place. That's where your responsibility ends.
Yeah.
So why will you be charging me for money that I've already paid you? So I strongly believe that we have to understand. I think the shipping industry has been an institution that was doing things under the hiding, because few people didn't understand how the maritime sector really operate. And so these people have been collecting this money for several years. Until who call DWEN Nasa or administrative charges no. Say me call me bam office say okay, ampa one man bit of leading. Me di me mama bit of leading or Europe. My ba one representative agent, what the agent wa Ghana. My tia buy scan na ma no. Person me call him container. Please give me a paper. Me for container custom say container ampa ship line no. Nije omo say me container belong to Awingo. Get to print the document no. Say Awingo was having 10 containers in one document. These people will collect me 15,000 times 10. Not, I'm telling you, not 15,000 per face value, 15,000 times 10. One dress ice cream, you can't go for a container. They will not, though you are paid duty to, what you are duty to buy. But one to pay some administrative charge, you cannot. That's how. So Ghana, they did that because Ghana used not to have any proper law regulating them.
Okay.
Until after 2024, new. So you could say in my 11 years in the industry, I've been advocating say Cyprus authority pretend to regulate, but their law does not give them the powers to regulate.
Okay.
So in 2012, Cyprus authority ran to parliament and get LI 2190 that says that they can regulate. Then the civil lines for agents for Omodu Muko court say now see LI 2190 and now parent act no a job you are not supposed to regulate us. So where do you draw your powers from? That was why I was continuing advocating say Cyprus authority law, we need a law. Thankfully 2024 Cyprus authority law 2024 Act 2211. If you Google, you see it is now to regulate this industry, to streamline everything. That's why they are not fighting Professor Gampo. Now, as you say, and on the day I could do Bank of Ghana.
Okay.
I went to Bank of Ghana and I explained. And I even told Bank of Ghana, say, Unim, say, family bafoma, you won't be crying of forest.
Okay.
Say, forest new system. Because one, simple line, Oje, Ska on free now, Oji in dollars, and now in euro. So if men you are representing TV3, I don't know TV3 so why would they know that if you get to Ghana port, you pay Ghana Maritime Authority, you pay Ghana Port and Harbour Authority, you pay MPS. All this is in forest. You why Jimmy Forest? Why Jimmy free? I can free no. Instead, as you have to remit to your rep in Ghana, so that they can take that money to pay these institutions for you. Why this Ghana a boss, ethic or you arbitrate? Now your Bible do Ghana a short import account because it's vulnerable. Say, Kinchina, we might give us this money, and you must give us at this our rate. Then your Coco do Bank of Ghana. Explanation of Bank of Ghana demand me, including their statement now. Minia papa as a Ghanaian. I regret as a Ghanaian because explanation na Bank of Ghana the many would war say I do and Thursday say I do 4 p.m. All the commercial banks are no they eat Standard Chartered Bank, Absa Bank, Zenith Bank, Access Bank, GT Bank, Republic Bank, then Bank. They will come to Bank of Ghana. Eco Bank will catch Bank of Ghana, and then my customers know. Sena China, Scar will be here, dollar, as we as a commissioner Eco Bank, no, your person China, you have $1 to 12 cedis. Backless Bank, Absababa, oh, from the way my customers know, the way I see it, no, China, I want to sell $1 to 13 cedis. Zenith Bank, oh, Bank of Ghana, the way I see, no, tomorrow $1, person 214 cedis. Another bank, Baba Giti Baba, oh, China, Bank of Ghana, China, the way I'm seeing it, I want to sell it at 14 cedis from 50 cent, not cent, in dollar call cent. If Bank of Ghana is okay, we now back on somewhere around 4 p.m. The Bank of Ghana say, okay, your mama to me say China, we sign, put a cut off $1. So, say China say, Obako GBC Bank, Omo on rate. Oko Absa, or on rate. Oko GT Bank, or on rate. Oko Eco Bank, or on rate. So people are not quickly told the Bank of Ghana say, or no rate, no, custom rate with the bank now, no saving. Now, let's say customer using tempo for or no tempo for or do the bank now or sell it at 12 seasons now and the ultimate $2. The bishop will say that's what bank was asking. Okay, so asking I free now. Say free, what do we? Yeah. We just look at charge. You don't need to say your bank rate is 12 seasons. Right. In any case, is the Bank of Ghana serious? Why are you approving different rates? One law. One bank that you are regulating all these commercial banks and you are regulating them. At the end of the day, no. Why can't you say stamp on your foot? No, even custom is using 10.4 to collect duty for a bank. Yeah. So as can the CC schools, yeah, the CC road. Or because I say, I'm a coin. A bank is you have to pay those contractors. You use it 10.4 Why would the same Bank of Ghana allow this commercial bank to have trade their own rate? To say, maybe the Zini Bank or no. The next bank reference. I do Amankwa bank, former bank, Sabang reference. Oh, money MTN, almost the same area. Zini Bank, what do Zini Bank headquarters near? Bank no so almost bank Carl Bank. So you go to Zini Bank and Zini Bank is selling 12. You go to Carl Bank and they say 13. Look at the same environment. Yeah. Because the Bank of Ghana has they came
approved for them.
So Bank are they serious? Why can't they say no? It's 10.4. Everybody trade allow you 10.4. For Forest Blue 10.4. Commercial Banks 10.4. Shipping Lines 10.4. Who, if you are Ghanaian, you go to any of these places and they are giving you 11, come and report to us. That's why we now know that they are fighting. They are regulating. But the same bank. So if I don't know, and I go to I go to Zenith Bank, then they are assuming they are selling 14.50 cents. And I go to the next bank, maybe I go to Access Bank. The Access Bank is 12 cities. And I started running to BOG. That I'm going to report that I went to this my bank, they cheated me, they sell it to me at 14.50 50 cents. What do you on the Bank of Ghana say, oh, we are approving money. Now I need to one country. This is not a serious country. It's not a serious country. It's not a serious country. It's not. If you go, I traveled to Philippines. When I wanted dollar, I went to buy phone. And I was holding dollar. When I even asked the worker to hold the dollar, they said they won't hold the dollar. No, when I ask security people, you know, go and show me where they take their or say, keep it to yourself, let's go and take our Philippines PH and to bring it to pay. Almost a month Ghana, how got never will be na say, oh, and I'm more dollar or bet G and Wawa too. You see, so I think as a country, Mr. President should look into the Bank of Ghana and say, look, Governor, please, we cannot be in one country and have different rate. We cannot. So this is what is killing us in the pot there. And once you also start saying, no, these simple lines won't me do free to arbitrate. Now start back and say, look, I'm Kinchila, no, the rate be so using your own rate. No.
I don't go points there. Well, the and you walk in a Bank of Ghana.
Apart from I know the Bank of Ghana issue statement, Yama statement. Oh, so no, ask for your ask. They say they should take reflective rate, and if you go and it's not using reflective rate, count. If I go there, like custom is using 10.4. The shipping lines today is 11. Remember Babaka there? Somebody Babaka. And you have nothing, you can't buy it. Okay. So there was a survey that said that Ghana hotels is too high because you go to each hotel and they are costing different dollars. And now Ghana pretend that they are supervising. They are supervising both financial institutions and non-financial institutions. When you agreed, when this is what you do, cheaply agree rate for different banks. Then these banks told that okay, even though Bank of Ghana approve 11 for me, Alaji is doing it 12.5. Then you take the money and give to Alaji. Then you go to the bank and so that you make double profit. Then you go to and say, oh, I don't have, but you go to Alaji. You go to Alaji has the dollars for you. Then you come back. How do you report Alaji for giving you 12.5?
Ghana Bank of Ghana.
So it should be uniformity. Quite apart from that, we also have challenges on fees and charges on government agencies working the port. So we never back to say nam obako national security obako standards FDA obako veterinary obako 6 institutions
answer
and all right. These fees and charges and they look into simply say that standard FDA is taken 2,500. Oba veterinary on super 2,500. Oba atomic over 2,500. Oba EPA over 2,500. They also become
or point you know yeah ayo pa na omedui my entire homra ya ka say how you near TV ene baabi a wani go so a wo hwe utie oni 95 FM kaisio Facebook ne so media budget review ho enkomo twetwe na ye Importers and Exporters Association or more executive secretary Ura Samson Asaki Awingobet twetwe ho enkomo kaise Dr. Eric Wachi Iadom UPSC wono so adwane wo Zoom ne so na sabede ma yemfa winsi anam na yentwe ho finance minister eba parliament na o sha sese o de nsemo betu dwa be san abetrase na yasado akobi twensisi a yeba.
Hello, Ovia. You're from Felicia say. Find us in our class prefect. Me na me mid-morning show host of a Juma on Onua 95.1 FM. Juma day Mondays to Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 12 p.m. What you say? It is stay glued. Obenya konkosa kakra, just kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Junimo.
Ebusiafo, me dey the Mrs. Matilda Adjoa Edubuatin. You don't know how friend me. Hey, to the J pounds na obesi majime die me na mdi ho chia me pay eye me down no pa bia Saturdays and 6:30. I go see 8 and no pa die. Me no fire odoni empna twemu kama se be ya ebe kama na akototin. Kai Onua 95.1 FM so die. Ye no, ye dwene ho pa. Enti no kaya ho na yendi doni ye ma enye fe.
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Junimo.
Hello, meeting the Ohima Echampoma, Onua Newsroom, Onua TV, Onua FM. Edwada ekopem fiade bia Onua yensem so me de energy de ensem semwa etwego wa be fontentan so ene ne ekoso ewo ye entertainment industry mu metabiri ni nyina e de ba be show Onua 95.1 FM so ne memene danso minyamu hosa me di GH High Life tumedie eno so ebro Onua 95.1 FM so tumedie a eboyen High Life enwum e Ghana yankasa High Life enwum e wi the contemporary kakra ene Afrobeat enwum ni nyina e de eba besomo memene da bia 2 ekokopem 5 menewo echa agro ai dia agro konkonsa kakra enso ne na muni nyina ndo somo e Onua 95.1 FM so Onua TV ene Onua FM de abibia ye kasa ye se ye twene ho pa
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Junimo. Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Junimo.
Shemu enchebia ebaso
Yenyi twini trada no man no dachi yenyi siye wenyina ehyasie ewon sanu djuma ena fe tumi a ebem economy no agina yie technical vocational education and training ayi twene dumpo a efra ni TVET edin sakraye eba fofra brabom efa Ghana for na ba bia Onua group ya twene mu yie pa si ebe hye mabunu no makasa mo dachi agina yie eno nti ya to nsade afro ese be kan ho se wo be hwe TVET forum no live awo Onua TV eno Onua FM etripa edaso eye shaping Ghana's future the TVET agenda na ye di abanmu akandifo woni enwumasuo mabenimu industry experts ane emabunu sie no nyina ebesi nkonwa ni ahwekwan ebetimi dia faso na TVET yi etimi aboa bi enwuma ahye nkrofo nkran na afioman no etumpon na wodwumadie na se no ye behwe woni yeyi omayipamu woni nso ye beso masene ana fe woni nso ehia tretre na fe emabunu no so yahye omunkran sade be omodaachi betimi agina yie ni nyina ebefa TVET no amu bomoden a a na hyia na na yɛ ɔpare ɛne na na yɛ abrefo live ɛwɔ Onua TV ɛne Onua FM ukriada 30th July 2025 anopa no nkron pɛpɛɛpɛ ɛwɔ the Executive Theatre TV3 ha yia the TVET Forum ɛwɔ Onua TV ɛne Onua FM yɛdi bie Ghana daakye Onua FM ɛne Onua TV yɛdwene wo ho paa.
Hello Ovia, you're from Felicia say fine girls in our class prefect. Me na me mid-morning show host of a Juma on Onua 95.1 FM. Juma day AM Mondays to Friday, 10 o'clock AM to 12 PM. What you say? It is stay glued. Obenya konkosa kakra, gist kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM.
Ebusiafo, me dey the Mrs. Matilda Ajua Edubuatin. You don't know how friend me. Hey, to the J pounds na obesi majime die me na mdi ho chia me pay eye me down no pa bia Saturdays and pa 6:30 e go see 8 and no pa die me no fire odoni empna twa mu kama se be ya e be ya kama na akototin kai Onua 95.1 FM so die ye no ye dwene wo pa enti no kaya ho na yendi doni ye ma enye fe
Onua 95.1 FM 5.1 FM.
Hello, midin de ohima echampoma Onua Newsroom Onua TV Onua FM Edwada ekopem fiade bia e Onua yensem so mede enigide ensem semwa etwego wa befontentan so ene ne ekoso ewo ye entertainment industry mu mitabiri ni nyina e de babesel e Onua 95.1 FM so ne memene danso minyamu hosa mede GH High Life tumedie eno so ebre Onua 95.1 FM so tumedie a eboyen High Life enwum e Ghana yankasa High Life enwum e wi de contemporary kakra ene afrobeat enwum ni nyina e de eba besomo memene da bia 2 ekokopem 5 menewo echa agro ai dia agro konkonsa kakra enso ne na muni nyina ndo somo e Onua 95.1 FM so Onua TV ene Onua FM de abibia ye kasa ye se ye twene ho pa
Onua 95.1 FM 5.1 FM. Onua 95.1 FM 5.1 FM.
Shiemu enchebia ebaso
Yenyi twini trada no man no dachi yenyi siye wenyina ehyasie ewon sanu djuma e na fe tumi a ebem economy no agina yie technical vocational education and training ai twene dwumpo a efra ni TVET edin sakraye e ba foforo abrabom efa Ghana fa na ba bia Onua group ya dwene mu yie pa si ebe hye mabunu no makasa mo dachi agina yie eno nti ya to nsade afro esa be kan ho e sa wo be hwe TVET forum no live awo Onua TV eno Onua FM etripa edaso eye shaping Ghana's future the TVET agenda na ye di abanmu akandifo woni enwumasuom abenimu industry experts ane emabunu sie no nyina ebesi nkonwa ni ahwekwa ebetimi dia faso na TVET yi etimi aboa bi enwuma ahye nkrofo nkran na afioman no etumpon na wodwumadie na se no ye behwe woni yeyi o mayipamu woni nso ye beso masene ana fe woni nso ehia trentre na fe emabunu no so yahye mu nkran sade ebe ye o modachi betimi agina yie ni nyina ebefa TVET no amu bomodin a na hye na ye opare ene na ye abrefo live ewo Onua TV ene Onua FM ukriada 30th July 2025 anopa no nkron pepepe awo the Executive Theatre TV3 ha yia the TVET Forum ewo Onua TV ene Onua FM ye di bie Ghana dachi Onua FM ene Onua TV ye dwene wo ho pa.
Hello Ovia, you're from Felicia say Fine girls in our class prefect. Me na me mid-morning show host of a Juma on Onua 95.1 FM. Juma day Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 12 p.m. What you say? It is stay glued. Obenya konkosa kakra, gist kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM.
Ebusiafo, me dey the Mrs. Matilda Adjoa Eduboatin. You don't know how friend me. Hey, to the J pounds na obesi maji me die me na me di ho chia me pay eye me down no pa bia Saturdays and 6:30. I go see 8 and no pa die. Me no fire odoni empna twemu kama se be ya kama na akototin. Kai Onua 95.1 FM so die. Yeah no, yeah dwene ho pa. Enti no Kaya ho na yendi doni ye ma enye fe.
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM.
Hello, midin de ohima echampoma, Onua Newsroom, Onua TV, Onua FM. Edwada ekopem fiade bia Onua yensem so mede enigide ensem semwa etwego wa befontentan so ene ne ekoso ewo ye entertainment industry mu mitabiri ni nyina ede ba besel Onua 95.1 FM so ne memene danso minyamu hosa mede GH High Life tumedie eno so ebro Onua 95.1 FM so tumedie a eboyen High Life enwum Ghana yankasa High Life enwum ewie de contemporary kakra ene afrobeat enwum ni nyina ede eba besomo memene da bia 2 ekokopem 5 menewo echa agro ai dia agro konkonsa kakra enso ne namu ni nyina ndo somo Onua 95.1 FM so Onua TV ene Onua FM de abibia kasa ye se ye twene ho pa
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM.
Enchibia ebaso.
Yenyi twini trada no man no dachi yenyinsi yi wenyina ehyasie ewon sanu djuma ena fe tumi a ebem economy no agina yi technical vocational education and training ayi twani dumpo a efra TVET edin sakraye eba fofra brabom efa Ghana for na ba bia Onua group ya dwirim hu yie pa si ebe hye mabunu no makasa modachi agina yi eno nti ya to nsa dia from ese be kan ho se wo be hwe TVET forum no live awo Onua TV eno Onua FM etripa edaso eye shaping Ghana's future the TVET agenda na ye di abanmu akandifo woni ehumasuom abenimu industry experts ani emabunu si eno nyina ebe sinkonwa ni ahwekon ebetimi dia faso na TVET yi etimi aboa bi enwuma ahye nkrofo nkran na afioman no etumpon na wodwumadie na se no ye be hwe woni ye yi o mayipamu woni nso ye be so masene ana fe woni nso ehia tretre na fe emabunu no so ye hye mu nkran sade be o modachi betimi agina yie ni nyina ebe fa TVET no amu bomoden a na hye na ye opare ene na ye abrefo live ewo Onua TV ene Onua FM ukuada 30th July 2025 anopa no nkron pepepe awo the executive theater TV3 haya the TVET forum ewo Onua TV ene Onua FM ye di bie Ghana dachi Onua FM ene Onua TV ye dwene wo ho pa.
Hello Obia, you're from Felicia say fine girls in our class prefect. Me na me mid-morning show host of a Juma on Onua 95.1 FM. Juma day Mondays to Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 12 p.m. What you say? It is stay glued. Obenya konkosa kakra, gist kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM.
Ebusiafo, me dey the Mrs. Matilda, Ajua Edubuatin. You don't know how friend me. Hey, to the J pounds na obesi majime die me na mdi ho chia me pay eye me down no bia Saturdays and over 6:30. I go see 8 and no padie. Me no fire or doni empna twe mu kama se be ya kama na akototin. Kai Onua 95.1 FM so die. Yeah no, yeah dwene wo pa. Enti no kai ho na yendi doni ye ma enye fe.
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM.
Hello, midin de ohima echampoma, Onua Newsroom, Onua TV, Onua FM. Edwada ekopem fiade bia e Onua yensem so mede enigide ensem semwa etwego wa befontentan so ene ne ekoso ewo ye entertainment industry mu mitabiri ni nyina e de babesel e Onua 95.1 FM so ne memene danso minyamu hosa mede GH High Life tumedie eno so ebro Onua 95.1 FM so tumedie a eboyen High Life enwum e Ghana yankasa High Life enwum e wi de contemporary kakra ene afrobeat enwum ni nyina e de eba besomo memene da bia 2 ekokopem 5 menewo echa agro ai dia agro konkonsa kakra enso ne na muni nyina ndo somo e Onua 95.1 FM so Onua TV ene Onua FM de abibia ye kasa ye se ye twene ho pa
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Yeah, Junemo. Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Yeah, Junemo.
Shemu, Enchibia Ebaso.
Yenye twini trada no man no dachi yenye nsi wenyina ehyasie ewon sanu djuma na fe tumi a ebem economy no agina yie technical vocational education and training ai twene dwumpo a efra ni TVET edin sakraye eba fofra brabom efa Ghana fa na ba bia Onua group ya dwene mu yie pa si ebe hye mabunu no makasa mo dachi agina yie eno nti ya to nsade afro esa be kan ho se wo be hwe TVET forum no live awo Onua TV eno Onua FM etripa edaso eye shaping Ghana's future the TVET agenda na ye di abanmu akandifo woni ehumasuom abenimu industry experts ani emabunu sie no hom nyina ebesi nkonwa ni ahwekon ebetimi dia faso na TVET yi etimi aboa bi enwuma ahye nkrofo nkran na afioman no etumpon na wodwumadie na se no ye behwe woni yeyi omayipamu woni nso ye beso masene ana fe woni nso ehia tretre na fe emabunu no so yahye omunkran sade ebe ye omodaachi betimi agina yie ni nyina ebefa TVET no amu bomodin a na share na ya opare ene na ya abrefo live ewo Onua TV ene Onua FM ukuada 30th July 2025 anopa no nkron pepepe awo the executive theater TV3 haya the TVET forum ewo Onua TV ene Onua FM ye di bie Ghana dachi Onua FM ene Onua TV ya dwene wo ho pa.
Hello Ovia, you're from Felicia say fine girls in our class prefect. Me na me mid morning show host of a Juma on Onua 95.1 FM. Juma day a Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock AM to 12 PM. What you say? And to stay glued. Obenya konkosa kakra, just kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Junemo.
Ebusiafo, me dey the Mrs. Matilda, Ajua Edubuatin. You don't know how friend me. Hey, to the J pounds na obesi majime die me na mdi ho chia me pay eye me down no bia Saturdays and over 6:30. I go see 8 and no padie. Me no fire or doni empna twe mu kama se be ya kama na akototin. Kai Onua 95.1 FM so die. Yeah no, yeah dwene wo pa. Enti no kai ho na yendi doni ye ma enye fe.
Onua Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Junemo.
Hello, meeting the Ohima Echampoma, Onua Newsroom, Onua TV, Onua FM. Edwada ekopem fiade bia Onua yensem paso me de energy de ensem semwa etwego wa befunten tan so ene ne ekoso ewo ye entertainment industry mu metabiri ni nyina e de ba besel Onua 95.1 FM so ne memene danso minyamu hosa me di GH High Life tumedie eno so ebro Onua 95.1 FM so tumedie a eboyen High Life enwum e Ghana yankasa High Life enwum e wi the contemporary kakra ene afrobeat enwum ni nyina e de eba besomo memene da bia 2 ekokopem 5 menewo echa agro ai dia agro konkonsa kakra enso ne namu ni nyina ndo somo e Onua 95.1 FM so Onua TV ene Onua FM de abibia ye kasa ye se ye twene ho pa
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Junemo. Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Junemo.
Shiemu, Enchibia Ebaso.
Yenye twini trada no man no dachi yenye siye wenyina ehyasie ewon sanu djuma ena fe tumi a ebem economy no agina yie technical vocational education and training ayi twene dwumpo a efra ni TVET edin sakraye eba fofra brabom efa Ghana for na ba bia Onua group ya twene mu yie pa si ebe hye mabunu no makasa mo dachi agina yie eno nti ya to nsade afro ese be kan ho se wo be hwe TVET forum no live awo Onua TV eno Onua FM etripa edaso eye shaping Ghana's future the TVET agenda na yedi abanmu akandifo woni enwumasuo abenimu industry experts ane emabunu sie no nyina ebesi nkonwa ni ahwekwa ebetimi dia faso na TVET yi etimi aboa bi enwuma ahye nkrofo nkran na afioman no etumpon na wodwumadie na se no yebehwe woni yeyi omayipamu woni nso yebeso masene ana fe woni nso ehia tretre na fe emabunu no so yahye omunkran sade ebe omodaachi betimi agina yie ni nyina ebefa TVET no amu bomodin a na hye na na ye opare ene na na ye abrefo live ewo Onua TV ene Onua FM ukuada 30th July 2025 anopa no nkron pepepe awo the executive theater TV3 haya the TVET forum awo Onua TV ene Onua FM ye di bie Ghana dachi Onua FM ene Onua TV ya dwene wo ho pa.
Hello Ovia, you're from Felicia say fine girls in our class prefect. Me na me mid morning show host of Ejuma on Onua 95.1 FM. Juma day a Mondays to Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 12 p.m. What you say? It is stay glued. Obenya konkosa kakra, gist kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Junemo.
Ebusiafo, me dey the Mrs. Matilda Adjoa Edubuatin. You don't know how friend me. Hey, to the J pounds na obesi majime die me na mdi ho chia me paye. Eye me down no pa bia Saturdays and pa 6:30. E go see 8 and no pa die. Me no fire odoni empuna twe mu kama se be ya. Ebe ya kama na akototin. Kai Onua 95.1 FM so die. Yeah no, yeah dwene wo pa. Enti no kaya ho na yendi doni ye ma enye fe.
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Junemo.
Hello, meeting the Ohima Echampoma, Onua Newsroom, Onua TV, Onua FM. Edwada ekopem fiade bia Onua yensem paso me de energy de ensem semwa etwego wa befunten tan so ene ne ekoso ewo ye entertainment industry mu metabiri ni nyina e de ba besel Onua 95.1 FM so ne memele danso minya mu hosa me di GH High Life tumedie eno so ebro onua 95.1 FM so tumedie a eboyen High Life enwom Ghana yankasa High Life enwom ewie de contemporary kakra ene afrobeat enwom ni nyina de eba besomo memele da bia 2 ekokopem 5 mene wo echa agro ai dia agro konkonsa kakra enso ne na muni nyina mde so mo Onua 95.1 FM so Onua TV ene Onua FM de abibia ye kasa ye se ye twene ho pa
Onua 95.1 FM 5.1 FM ye twene mo Onua 95.1 FM 5.1 FM ye twene mo
Shiemu, Enchibia Ebaso.
Yenye twini trada no man no dachi yenye siye wenyina ehyasie ewon sanu djuma e na fe tumi a ebem economy no agina yie technical vocational education and training ayi twene dwompo a efra TVET edin sakraye eba foforo abrabom afa Ghana fa na ba bia Onua group ya dwene mu yie pa si ebe hye mabunu no makasa mo dachi agina yie eno nti ya to nsa dia fro esa be kan ho e sa wo be hwe TVET forum no live awo Onua TV eno Onua FM etripa edaso eye shaping Ghana's future the TVET agenda na yedi abanmu akandifo woni enwumasuom abenimu industry experts ane emabunu sie no nyina ebesi nkonwa ni ahwekwa ebetimi dia faso na TVET yi etimi aboa bi enwuma ahye nkrofo nkran na afioman no etumpon na wodwumadie na se no yebehwe woni yeyi o mayipamu woni nso yebeso masene ana fe woni nso ehia trentrene na fe emabunu no so yahye mu nkran sade be yo modachi betimi agina yie ni nyina ebefa TVET no amu bomodin a na hye na ye opare ene na ye abrefo live ewo Onua TV ene Onua FM ukwiada 30th July 2025 anopa no nkron pepepe awo the executive theater TV3 haya the TVET forum ewo Onua TV ene Onua FM ye di bie Ghana dachi Onua FM ene Onua TV ya dwene wo ho pa.
Hello Ovia, you're from Felicia say fine girls in our class prefect. Me na me mid morning show host of Ejuma on Onua 95.1 FM. Juma day AM Mondays to Friday, 10 o'clock AM to 12 PM. What you say? It stay glued. Obenya konkonsa kakra, gist kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM 5.1 FM.
Ebusiafo, me dey the Mrs. Matilda Adjoa Edubuatin. You don't know how friend me. Hey, to the J pounds na obesi majime die me na mdi ho chia me paye. Eye me down no pa bia Saturdays and pa 6:30. I go see 8 and no pa die. Me no fire or doni empuna twe mu kama se be ya. Ebe ya kama na akoto tin. Kai Onua 95.1 FM.